Hello. This is Ashley and welcome to my channel, Mississippi Magnolias. In today's video, I am going to be creating my very first cash stuffing budget book. So I'm very excited for this. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm just going to walk you through my books. So starting off, I got all of my items on Amazon. The book I got for $10, and it came with some of these clear envelopes as well as the sheets and the stickers. And then I did buy an extra pack, I want to say for maybe $5 or $6 more, of the clear envelopes or the clear Ziploc bags, just in case I needed them. But as you'll see at the end, I ended up not needing them. The first thing you'll have to do is come up with a budget that is realistic for you and your family. For me, this was an easy task because I already track my finances daily and I forecast for a year out. I have been doing this for a few years now on a rolling spreadsheet, so it's easy for me to look back and see how much I spend on gas, groceries, eating out, and everything else. If you do not currently track your finances, I highly recommend taking 2 to 3 months to figure this out so you can account accordingly. I find comfort putting pen to paper, so the next thing I did was transfer all of my notes from my Excel spreadsheet to a notebook. I plan on using this notebook as a key moving forward. The categories I'm going to be using the cash stuffing method for are mainly my variable expenses. These are eating out, gas, groceries, pet care, hygiene and beauty, family time, and miscellaneous spending. These seem to be the hardest for me to control. No matter what, it seems we always go over budget on these, and I think that's because using our debit card is so much easier than actually pulling out cash and letting go of that cash. So I'm hoping that this will rein that in a bit. I'll also be tracking my sinking expenses. These are Christmas, birthdays, vacations, car maintenance, and emergency funds. These are pretty much just things that are once a year or twice a year that you need to save up for because you know they're coming up, but you always seem to be surprised with at the last minute. My husband and I both get paid weekly, so I do plan on pooling cash every Friday in order to account for the next week's expenses. I do want to note that I did not spend a lot of money creating my books. I spent under $30 for my complete setup, and I'm very happy with that. The entire reason I was wanting to do these books was to gain control of our expenses that I had lost control of. I could not justify spending a lot of money on fancy books and pre-made labels and everything else when the whole point of it was to be saving money. So that's just me. If you wanted to go with something a little bit prettier or easier to use, then by all means do so. But for me, I just wanted the most basic necessities, and I was willing to put in a little bit of legwork to label them and everything else. And I was okay with them not being, a colorful print or, whatever. So that is to each their own, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But for me, I am satisfied with my purchases, and I did complete my books for under $30. I am making 2 additional envelopes, one for $1 bills and one for $5 bills, and these I plan on using for my first 3 categories: eating out, gas, and groceries. So for any dollar bills that are left over, they're going to go into the 1 envelope, and for any $5 bills that are left over, they're going to go into the 5 envelopes. And these I just plan on using, the $1 ones I plan on using for my kiddos, just for things that they want to spend on, and then the $5 one, I'm just going to save up and see how much I can get. I have not set a goal or a deadline, maybe I will later, but I'm just going to continue to put in $5 bills until an extended period of time. A huge problem I ran into, and I should have known better, I just was not thinking clearly, was I went into this video with one single book for all of my envelopes, knowing that would not work. These books would only hold about 8 to 9 envelopes, and if you start putting cash in them, the magnet, it's not going to hold. So my book was too thick, and I did have to order my secondary book at this point, putting me a few days behind. So if you are going into this with two separate categories, make sure that you have either a very large book or two separate books, one for your variables and one for your sinking funds. I did get my second book from Amazon as well, and from the same company that I got my first book from. It came with all the added accessories that the first book came with. I will not be using these at this time because I don't need them. I did already pre-make my envelopes when I made my first book, so this one will just be easy. It'll just be plugging them in. This book will just be for my sinking funds, which will be Christmas, birthdays, vacations, emergency funds, and car maintenance, as well as my $1 and $5 envelopes. As I said before, I was able to complete my entire setup for under $30, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I'm very excited to start using my books, and I do plan to post an updated video every Friday. I hope this video has helped you, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, see you later.